All right, I'm live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am here to do a love reading for the collective. Been feeling the call to do this for a little while now, and so yeah, just gonna see what comes up. I'm curious. I have let the universe choose a song to start this reading out. And the title of the song is Running Out. Running out. Running out running out of something, running away from something, running to something. I mean, it makes me think of running outside from being inside. Somehow there's a running out happening. So let's find out. Let's find out what's going on here with the collective, with the energies, the love energies, specifically romantic love. I'm going to start with the good tarot. Oh, I meant to grab my book. Oh well. I am gradually learning the tarot, and I've been writing stuff down and wanted to use it as a potential assistance, but that's not going to happen this time, and that's okay. Yeah. Hi, priestess. This is really going within, tapping into your spiritual self, the part of you that has the direct connection to your higher power. This is not revealing the whole truth, not revealing anything really. This is keeping silent. Let's find out more. Let's find out more. What's this high priestess about? King of air. Being very logical, using reason, and speaking your truth, or someone is speaking their truth to you, but it's very to the point. There's no beating around the bush. There's generally not a lot of emotion going on with this guy, or any at all. He's just like to the point. Just the facts, ma'am. Let's see what the next card is. Four of Fire. Ooh. Some kind of celebration, coming together with others, enjoyment. This can be, I want to say this is sometimes a card of marriage. Could be wrong about that, but this definitely is a good card. What I'm getting from these is this is you or someone you're dealing with who has a deeper understanding of things, has a broader perspective. They are spiritually tapped in, but they keep themselves hidden. And again, this could be you as well. And on the surface, there's this kind of, I only use reason. I only look at what's in front of me. In a way, this is kind of putting on a front. Or maybe just allowing this part of yourself to show up, or this person that you're dealing with. But that ultimately, you're coming together with someone where there is potentially something really good that can come out of this. Let's find out more. Let me look at my book real quick. I wanted to look at the Four of Fire because I think I might be missing something on this. A new creative phase, celebration, pleasure, and harmony in relationships. I mean, right off the bat, I'm kind of feeling like there's a wanting to come together. Pleasure and harmony in relationships. It's wanting to have something new with someone, or someone wants something new with you, and this King of Air is kind of, I want to say, is in the way. I don't know if that's exactly right. It's like um, feeling that it's necessary to hold the emotions back, to stay silent about true feelings, because maybe there's a feeling of fear, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of being vulnerable and revealing everything. Maybe because this is something that is so desirable that you see this potential in someone else, or they see it in you, where they're like, wow, wow. And you don't want to make yourself vulnerable, or they don't, because the thing you want the most, what if it rejects you? Ooh, ouch. So you got to put up those walls and be like, no, I don't have feelings. Everything is fine. It's a huge front somebody is putting up. Okay. I'm going to go to the Oracle Tarot. See what this has to say about things. What do we need to know? The Emperor, masculine influence and power. I think that someone in this situation, this is this is putting on a front. This is trying to be in control of the outcome, of wanting something to happen, but there's underneath control, there's always fear. This guy uses his logic and reason because he's learned that being too much in his emotions can lead to pain and heartache. Needing to set strong boundaries because maybe there weren't boundaries in the past, in other situations. Needing to be silent about what's actually going on underneath the surface. Your own power. We have another 2 here now. Your own power lies in your ability to find the balance in a situation, to tap in to the part of you that does see the bigger picture. This is the High Priestess is very in touch with her intuition. Your power actually lies in being vulnerable. These guys are actually taking away your power, being in these energies, putting on the front, trying to maintain control over something that, you can't control emotions. You can stuff them, but if you have big feelings, you got to feel them. And your power lies in that, in the feeling, and in allowing yourself to get in touch with the passion. Again, this could be for someone else as well, for whoever you're dealing with. I'm kind of getting, you have the power to bring the 2 together to make the 1. And it's not through holding back. Taking a stand. Taking a stand in how you feel. That there is a lot of passion. There's a lot of excitement. There is an undeniable truth that there is some kind of harmonious, potentially harmonious partnership. You can see it. You can see the celebration. You or somebody wants to build this bridge to get to your desire, something that makes you so passionate and excited and lit up. You need to take a stand. I'll just keep saying you, but again, this could be reversed with who we're talking about here. That they might need to take the stand, but ultimately, that your power lies in standing in this place of being like, okay, this is who I am. This is my own creation. Whatever we create, when we're creative, we are feeling inspired. We are tapping in to our intuition, our deepest, most authentic part of ourself, which is our direct line to our higher power. This bridge that you've built or that you're considering building is a direct download from the universe. This is the universe being like, hey, build this bridge. And there are going to be people who come along and are like, I don't know. What are you doing? Why are you letting yourself be vulnerable? You've done this before. And it's like, it's needing to realize. And this could be the conversation you're having with yourself. Don't let yourself be vulnerable. You've been hurt before. You need to stuff all those emotions or at least hide them really well. You need to maintain control. But there's this part that's coming along and is like, actually, it's a little bit quieter. Those two guys, they're pretty loud. It's like, actually, you need to put your bridge on display. And it doesn't matter what anybody says about it. Because this is who you really are. This reflects you authentically. This is where you gain your power. You built this bridge so it allows you to cross any kind of chasm, any kind of gap. Your power lies in your vulnerability, and that is what brings you to your ultimate, what is it? The passionate, harmonious partnership. This person, you're really into them. They're really into you. There's something going on here. But you got to get out of your own way. And if they're being like this to you, there's not much you can do when someone is like, what? Feelings? I don't have feelings. I'm happy 95% of the time. I have control over my life. I do what I want. Then what do you do? It's like, I have this vision. I could see us working really well together. But if they're in their own way, well, what do? You build your own bridge and you find someone else. There's always more fish in the sea. Okay, I'm going to go to Wisdom of Avalon. The spider. Creative projects. Yeah. Tapping into that creativity. Allowing the universe to give you that inspiration. Inspire in spirit. Your inspiration comes directly from your higher power. Hey, seashells, welcome. And I think getting into your creative projects, allowing that creativity to flow, putting your project or projects on display, it is a part of being vulnerable. Yeah, welcome back. The dog. Loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love. This is the potential. When you can drop the front, drop the need to pretend that you're like all not emotional and feeling what you're feeling. You can have this amazing coming together with a person. Someone who is loyal, who is sincere, who does love unconditionally. Dropping this allows you to step into this expression of love. This guy might love. I mean, both of these guys have the capacity to love, but it's a very cold love. It's not warm and nurturing. And I think that, to get here, you gotta tap into that part of you that is warm. And that it's in there. We all have it. You just may have learned to shut it out because of pain that you've experienced in the past. Yeah, it's risky. It's risky to put yourself on display, to wear your heart on your sleeve, to be vulnerable. It is. But it better to say it feels risky. But actually, the power comes in taking the risk, in being vulnerable, and showing up authentically. And if somebody can't appreciate you in how you are, and just showing up the way you are in, your messy humanness, yes, you have emotions sometimes, and it's totally fine. You don't have to keep them under lock and key all the time. It can feel risky, but in fact, the people who are actually meant for you appreciate that. They want to see the deeper part of you. They think it's sexy when you cry. Endearing. Because you're being authentic. That's what people really want. They don't want to show. They don't want to front. Because then it's just surface stuff. To get here, you need to actually expose all of yourself. The mystery. Yes. It is all a big mystery, isn't it? This life is a big mystery. When you put yourself out there, when you make yourself vulnerable, you don't know what's going to happen. You could end up in a place of feeling rejected. That is a part of taking the risk. But it's also remembering that if you don't take the risk, then you'll never find out. You'll never know what the potential could actually be. And this is your potential. Amazing connection. You got to lean into the mystery. Know that the universe has your back. Know that if someone shows up and does not appreciate your bridge, that you can take your bridge somewhere else. There will be someone who actually wants to cross that bridge to you, who appreciates the bridge and how strong it is. And that's probably the best bridge anyone's ever built, as far as they're concerned. Okay, let me look at, I'm going to pull out my rune cards. I just pulled these out recently, and I've been enjoying them and using them in my readings. Constraint, my goodness. This showed up in a couple of my readings today. I think in this case, this is you holding back your true self, wanting to maintain control. because you're scared. There's so much fear here, and you gotta take the risk. You gotta get yourself unstuck. This is your own web that you've woven around yourself. It's time to take a risk and put it all out there. If in fact this is what you truly want, and if you're here, this is what you want. So most people want. We want a relationship that is supportive, that is harmonious, that is passionate. Journey. Yeah, it's a bit of journey. Having to drop the mask. Because if you've been putting up this front, if you've been wearing this mask for so long, trying to maintain control for so long, it's become habit. It's tied up in your beliefs about how you're supposed to be, and dropping that, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a little bit. It takes practice to become aware of your patterns, to realize that you haven't been taking the risk. Starting to realize that it is in your own power to change your situation. If you've continually found yourself in relationships that are not supportive, you are the common denominator. And it is a journey to get to the place where you can start to make those changes. Have you always been showing up like this, cold and logical and analytical, no feelings? How has that worked for you? Has it gotten you where you want to be? If you're watching this, probably not. Probably not. It's time to make a change. It's time to take that journey, traverse those mountains. You know, you got to go up before you can come down again. In this case, scaling the cliffs, going into the clouds, into the mind, having to really use your analytical powers to figure out how you've kept yourself stuck, rather than putting up the front. Use it in a way that helps you. Learn to control your own thoughts. Learn to have the power over yourself to get what you actually want. Flow. Yeah, get into the flow. I can't help it. I keep pulling these guys out because they're not in the flow. They're very rigid. When you're trying to maintain control, you have your fist clenched so tightly. You got to open that. Get release, allow, surrender, open up. Water represents emotions. Allow those emotions to come out. Know that you're going to be okay expressing those emotions. Because it is that this is where it's going to lead you. Where to that harmonious partnership. To the celebration. And even just having gone through the journey, it's like just celebrating being a whole new you, reinventing yourself. Okay. What deck do I want to use? I think I'm going to go with Osho Zen. I have so many choices now. I used to use them all. Now I'm like, oh, I want my readings to go on for hours and hours. So I gotta kind of pick and choose. Yeah, being up in the mind, being so, I mean, look at that. Just having yourself all tied up. This is what's put you in this place of trying to maintain, trying to be logical and not feel, because whatever you've gone through in the past has left you feeling, uh, you know, wooden, not what's the word? The opposite of wooden. Not in the flow. All this control, all this putting on a front. It's just masking what's actually going on here, which is fear. There's so much fear there. Needing to release. Get out of the mind, get into the heart. Yeah, this has put you here, feeling so stressed. And I think, when we're talking about this being the kind of the ultimate outcome, there's a part of you that feels so stressed because you're trying to be, I don't want to say be something you're not. This is a part of you, but it's like it's holding back all the other parts, because you're ultimately trying to protect yourself and maintain control. And this goes with this as well. There's so much. He's trying to keep it all in the air. He's trying to balance. And there's that needle. It's gonna pop the bubble. It's gonna pop one way or another. Better to just drop it and get yourself into the flow while you have the chance, while you have the control. You can use this desire to control in your favor. Again, because you're learning to use it to control your own thoughts, your own self, your own actions, your own habits. That this is where you want to go. Being in the flow and getting here. This is going totally against it. When you show up like this whoever is here waiting for you, wanting you, they're like, I don't know about that guy. He's crazy. And anyway, I see that's all gonna come tumbling down anyway. I don't want to be I don't want to be caught underneath and have all this come crashing down on me as well. Yeah, you need to let go of the burdens. Be yourself. Be authentic. And appreciate the little things. Appreciate the simple things in life. Enjoy what's in front of you, and be grateful for what you've already manifested. This is about being in the flow, being in the moment, and enjoying what's in front of you. Not thinking too hard about what's to come. Not trying to analyze. Not trying to stuff it down. It's just like, just going to appreciate the beauty around me. I don't know that these guys are necessarily very good at appreciating the beauty. They're too busy trying to be logical and hold things together. Yeah. Yeah. This is this path, coming down, just meandering, wandering, gathering the flowers, leads you right to this. To that person who's like, somewhere down here where you can't see yet, she's just hanging out on the rock, playing her music, excited to share in the connection, come together joyfully in celebration, like finally finding one another. And it's just from letting go, being vulnerable, being in the flow. So, all right, there it is. Love reading for the collective. My goodness. Yeah. Oh, so much fear and yet so much possibility when you can drop the fear. Nah, you can't drop the fear. You can't ever really drop the fear. When you acknowledge the fear and you move forward anyway. You say thank you. That place in you that's feeding you the fear, you say thank you. I know you're trying to keep me safe, but it's keeping me away from what I actually want. And it's time for me to step towards my ultimate dream, my ultimate desire, that connection with this person. And if this is reversed, this could potentially be someone who actually wakes up, who's actually able to like do the work and be vulnerable and come towards you. So, take heart, have faith. But at the end of the day, remember that you always have options. You can always build a bridge somewhere new. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe.